Happy Sunday, cousins. Welcome to the Trap House. Y'all already know it's your favorite cousin, L. We're going to talk about the trap astrology of the week, kind of get into maybe how the full moon may have you feeling, along with a couple of do's and don'ts and ins and ands and whims and whams of the week. Today, the moon is still in Virgo. The moon was in Virgo yesterday, full moon in Virgo. It's the last full moon before we have eclipse season. So it can be, like I've been saying, volatile, for lack of a better word, or a little uncomfortable, for lack of a better word, because this is like the pressure. This is the setup. This is where we need to completely reset ourselves and our mentality and our space and our energy for spring. Do your deep cleaning, organize things, get rid of some things, get rid of some outdated thoughts, outdated patterns in relationships, so that you can have a better alignment with the things that you're hoping to come into alignment with. Then on Monday, we'll have the moon will be in Libra, and it will be void from 1 a.m. to about 8:30 a.m. CST, my time. So, adapt the time as you need to. But it'll be good for self-reflection and going through the motions while saving space to forgive ourselves and others. I think one of the hardest things that it is for any of us as humans to do is to change. And when you have diligently tried to change and seen how hard that was to actually gain the momentum, keep the momentum, stay committed to it, what have you. I think you can become a little more understanding of other people and their journey or their plight, or maybe even in the discord that may happen between you all, or the two of you, because you're able to see that every person goes through their own, thing, and we all handle it differently. That does not say to tolerate any BS. That does not say to return to any relationships or friendships that are one-sided or that are malicious or any of that. But be willing to forgive yourself and then forgive others once, because you understand how hard it is to change, how hard it is to be different than what it is you come from. Tuesday, the moon will be in Libra, trine Mars and Venus. We may be reflecting on just how life is and how sweet it is, regardless of how challenging it may be. Challenges and all, hiccups and speed bumps and all, we'll really be looking at love and life, and having a different appreciation for it. Wednesday, the moon will be in Libra and void all damn day until like 9:30 p.m. When the moon is not working, we should not be working. Of course, we have jobs, we have to get up, we have to get, move around, but don't try to do too much. Don't try to set any new intentions. Don't try to, sow any new seeds. When the moon has not picked its zodiac or constellation that it's going to be in, then we don't need to try to set any of our things in stone either. Now, the song that I heard when I was doing the notes for this is "Slow down, you move too fast. You gotta make the moment last." With Simon and Garfunkel. So reflect on this week's sermon, which is going to be called Beauty Alchemy. It'll be up in a minute. If you read my IG, I said everything will be up this evening. I've been like really slow down. I've been going slow motion today. I've been kicking it with my family and with my kids and my nephew, and it's just been, good. And my man, so we've been doing our thing, and I hope y'all been doing our thing and taking a step back from the socials, from the medias, from the phone. The phone is a beautiful thing. The internet is a beautiful thing, but it's not real. Get in touch and get in tune with what is real. Um, this week's sermon is going to be called Beauty Alchemy, and it's really talking about how fasting and preparing your temple for what it is that you are looking for is always going to be the best bet. Then Thursday, we'll have the moon in Scorpio, trine Saturn, Mercury, and the sun. And if you've been looking for money opportunities, new job, launching a new product, launching a brand, asking for a promotion, this will be the day to do so. Set intentions, or downright ask for a new life, demand a new life. And then Friday, the moon will be in Scorpio, square Venus. There may be some uncomfortable conversations that need to happen between some of the people that you care the most about. But again, there can only be progression if there is transition. I don't know. I had these cards. What did I do with it? Stay hydrated. I don't know what that one is. It just flew out though. We're gonna see what the energy of the week is. Make sure that if you want extended readings and extended analysis, one-on-one readings, connections on understanding astrology more, where you can literally just text my phone and be like, yo, I have this question about my chart, or, you did this reading for me on Patreon. I wanted to know, could you give me more clarity on it? Make sure that you're subscribing to Patreon. The premier tiers are the ones, or the $22 tier is the one, because I've changed all the tiers around. So the $22 tier is the one where you get to speak to me every month on the phone, and then you get direct access to me via, email and phone number for whatever you may be going through or trying to understand. Ooh, not alliances being the first energy, but I encourage you to subscribe to Patreon, just because it's a vibe over there. We're celebrating. I think it's coming up on 4 years in March. I always say it's March or May. I always get it mixed up. And if I'm being honest, I always get my like real brand, like boutique anniversary. I always get it mixed up too. I don't know if it's April or May, because Facebook is where I started, and so that's where I have a date for, and it's April 17th. But then Instagram isn't until May, so I don't know. I just always try to choose somewhere in between there to celebrate, because it was the birth of it sometime. But it is the same thing with Patreon, where I don't know if it's March or May, but we're coming up on 4 years, and it's a vibe. The things that Spirit gives me to give to Patreon, I don't get that access when I'm trying to create for the brand. I don't get that channeling when I am trying to even sometimes create for self. It's when I am intentionally trying to do something for Patreon, or I see something and I don't know what it's for, and Spirit is like, it's for Patreon. That just impacts us in a whole other way. So I look forward to seeing you over on that side, especially for new moon, full moon readings, eclipse readings, and these are one-on-one things for you to gain access into your own empowerment, along with discount codes that you won't find anywhere else. They'll never be in the newsletter. They'll never be anywhere else. Also being included in the rituals, because the prosperity ritual is back. It's called the Paid in Full service now. If you've been around since the beginning, it was first the shmoney service, then it was the money service, and now it's the Paid in Full service. And it is similar to what it always has been. Me holding space for clients who are not able to conduct rituals for themselves. Although we all have the power to do so, some people are not in the physical space for them to conduct a ritual. So I just hold the space, like tithes and offering, so that portal of abundance is remaining open, and you can go check out the reviews to see how that's always been something that's been prosperous. And then the protection ritual is back as well, but Patreon gets in one free ritual a month of both of those rituals. So get in where you fit in. The messages for the week for the collective alliances: check who you rolling with, check who you riding with. There have probably been a lot of wake-up calls, like the full moon that we just had yesterday probably uncovered some things, along with the Aquarius new moon that we had a couple of weeks ago. And now we're going into eclipse season. So whatever you have been shown, whatever has been revealed to you, if you're not willing to take heed and maturation and move it around the way it needs to, then it'll likely be snatched from you violently when the eclipses come. Only broken hearted, broken hearted. There will be some broken alliances. There will be some broken alliances. It will be repaired in a different way. Maybe not the alliance will be repaired, but I'm hearing that the alliance will be replaced with something that is renewed. So it's like a repair to your heart that is going to be broken, or to the space that is now going to be void for a while. Baduism. Getting into your consciousness at this time, getting into your spirituality. I often talk about how people sleep on the spiritual compass and intuitiveness of Virgo. So that Virgo full moon really is a good opportunity for you to tap into your spirituality and the depths of what that can be. And we're in Pisces season. I don't get no more spiritual than that. And she's a Pisces. So get into your as above, so below. As within, so without. What goes up must come down. The keys of life. As we get prepared for Aries season, the second eclipse of the series that we have in the spring is going to be Aries. The first one's going to be Libra. The second one is going to be Aries. Thinking with your head, thinking above the situation, not in just what glitters and gold, not just what's shimmering and glittering, but like what actually makes sense, what's logically going to pan out the way that you need it to by you maybe taking a higher road or a different road or road that again is going to cause for a repair after something has been broken. That can be a long journey. That can be a sovereign journey. Whenever I think of Aries, I think of sovereignty, going it alone, because they're the first sign of the zodiac, the self-starter of the zodiac. They don't need anybody telling them how to get where they're going. They may need a little general direction, but then after that, they really can go lead the way. Their downfall is the childishness, because they are the infant of the zodiac. Sometimes they may act like an infant, kick and scream when things don't go their way. That can only last for so long. And then you gotta use your consciousness. You gotta use your third eye. I wish that whoever the creator was of these cards would have used that picture of Prince with those sunglasses with the third eye. That's covered up as well. But don't be blinded to truth. Don't be blinded to ascension. Don't block yourself to ascension because of what the first card was, alliances. Don't be so committed to something that you've known or someone that you've known or a practice that you've known, a tradition that's been pushed upon you or forced upon you when the universe is trying to break it, everything else is trying to break it, everything is showing you. Your eyes are being open. You're being able to see things above your head so that you can utilize your actual craft and ability and creativity to ascend to the next level that you're trying to go to. Don't let your loyalty make you a slave. You gotta be a bandit. Run off from the plug sometimes. Preserve your own energy. And the final Pisces season. Because the illusion and the delusion of not protecting your boundaries and being a little selfish is going to have you even more broken for an even longer period of time. And ain't nobody got time for that. Right? So this concludes our session. Y'all have a good week. Make sure y'all check out Black Church. Subscribe to Trap House on Patreon. Everything is now Trap House. IG is Trap House. The website will be Trap House in a couple of days. It just takes a couple of days for it to process. Everything's Trap House. So thank you for being with me through the journey of Echelon Magic Boutique. It's been this will be 7 years. This would have been 7 years if it would have kept the same name. So it's the same dynamics and modalities and kinship and tribalhood as it was previously. It's just under a new guise and understanding. So thank y'all for being with me. I look forward to another 77 years with y'all. I was born on the 7th day of the 7th month of the 7th day of the week. So this is a good year. It's going to be a good year. Y'all have a great week. Holla back.